you guys have been able to really just define high performance in so many different levels. And part of that is being able to overcome obstacles, right? And the last time we talked was everything that's going on with this. You guys got shut down a couple times, right?
Yeah, twice we got shut down. Exactly, a couple times. Yeah.
So what do the one of the biggest takeaways the last time I was there was your guys fight for those positions, right? Those aren't just guys that need work. These are guys that have fought to become a team member at the Roadster Shop. How do you handle that when you get a request from something that's outside of your control where, man, now I got to tell my guys to go home and I'm not getting to do what I love doing and providing for all these team members? How do you handle that as a leader?
Very difficult to handle. I mean, it was difficult to deal with the guys because it wasn't, it wasn't like school's out, like where the teacher says school's closed and the kids go crazy and everybody's cheering and they sprint out the door. We had to hold a meeting in the shop and relay to everybody. It was like telling them somebody died. It's terrible news and telling them everybody's got to go home and the shop's going to be shut down. And you could just see the look on everybody's face that it wasn't like, oh yeah, the shop's closed. It was, man, we've got work to do. We've got chassis to get done. We've got cars to build. It's going to mess up our SEMA schedule. So you've got a lot of dedicated guys that want to do the job that just simply couldn't at that point. So,
and a lot of guys offering to take parts home and work in their own garage, bring a welder home. Guys come in on the side. Guys can do projects at their buddy's shop if they can get them taken out of here. So they wanted to keep working and wanted to keep building this stuff, even though we weren't technically allowed to.
Yeah, the response was like Phil said, we had so many guys that were like, dude, like Monday we'll park the cars inside, we'll park around back, we'll come in, we're like, we've kind of got to follow these rules, but it was kind of refreshing to have that mindset and that the morale was still up and guys just want to do the job. So
it reminds you of their passion. It's more than a paycheck. If they're willing to do all of that on the side on extra, it's refreshing.
How does that get instilled, right? Like, how do you, sometimes I know when, at least for me, when I'm in the thick of it, right? Like I've kind of got my head down and investing in the team is a big thing for me, but you don't necessarily, it's sometimes when these big obstacles come up where you're like, damn, I do have an insane team. What a team. Right. And for you guys who have been driven by passion and started young, was that just a natural progression as leaders that this started getting instilled in these guys and you started recruiting the right people? How did that evolve?
I think it's a passion for everybody. And if you're able to work in the field that is your passion, like they always say, it's not work. You kind of laugh it off, but it's kind of true. We were talking the other day, like if we were building typewriters or desk mats, there's no way we would be able to take the company to where it's gone because we would just have no interest, no passion, no involvement, no want to push it further. And I think most of the guys that we have here kind of come from the same mindset that this is what they live when they're not in the shop working. They're at home dreaming of something. They're on the internet. They're on Instagram. They're looking at cars. They know what everybody else in the industry is doing. They know what's cool, what's not cool. They're following, modern exotic cars. It's a lifestyle. And I think we've been extremely lucky to get to the level where we can kind of have the work in this shop where people from all over the country are willing to relocate, come here to pursue their passion. And, they recognize that we're building just the utmost in quality and trying to put out the best product. And that's what they want to be a part of.